A big question we've asked a lot. It appeared that maybe if that's Bryce Ramsey's first.
It was this week. It was this week. I don't know if you can put too much on that, but
Your views of those two quarterbacks?
yeah, I thought. I know Bryce made some really pretty throws, but he made some that weren't that pretty, and he made a couple of decisions that weren't quite right. I'm not sure the touchdown pass was thrown to the right guy, but you know, he did get a touchdown out of it. And I was just talking to him a minute ago. He's like you would think. He's a guy that freshman get a chance to play for the first time in his career. And he was nervous, but he had fun. He had a chance to go play again. He hadn't played in a while. So. And then Fatone, I thought, ran the offense well and ran the ball well. You know, Fatone was basically running the Wildcat formation because he's a capable runner. When you run Wildcat stuff with him, he obviously can throw the ball well. He might have thrown one. I know he threw one at least and completed it, but I'm not sure how many times he threw it.
Hudson probably wanted to go out and throw for a lot of yards and touchdowns, but was it not that important for him to do that with the game?
Well, I mean, when you just, there were some calls, there were some passes that were called, and they were in certain alignments that we checked to a run. So there's at least two, I know, the first half, maybe three, that the call was to throw the ball, but they lined up in a way that we felt like the run would be better, so we checked to the run. And then, sure enough, when you're running for the types of big yardage that we were getting, it's hard to sit there and say, hey, we got to start throwing it all over the yard. But I'm sure he'd like, all quarterbacks in our system like to throw the ball more than we do today.
Do you have any status on Quincy Walker and his situation, his injury?
Yeah, I just mentioned him a minute ago, but I really don't think it's serious because it's short-term thing. Not 100% sure, but we think it's more like a stinger type of deal.
We've seen glimpses of what Sony can do. What did you think about it performance today?
Say it again, I'm sorry?
We've seen glimpses of what Sony
Right.
can do. What did you think about it performance?
Well, we've seen Sony enough in practice, and obviously in high school, that we know he's a pretty special talent. And he, you know, he showed some of the things he can do today. There was a lot of space for runners, and there were some times when, you know, they made their own way by breaking tackles and making people miss and all that kind of thing. But the line did a really good job, and you know, gave him the space to do his thing. But he's definitely a talent.
Looking at the big picture, do you feel like today is an improvement for the secondary?
You know, I think we'll just have to sit there and watch the tape to be sure. But there were some good things that were done, no doubt. We made some plays. We got exposed a little bit here and there a couple of times early on. But, you know, I don't care. When this team had been shut out, I heard somebody told me in 99 games. So we did some good things today, and we didn't give them any big plays. And that's a big part of defensive backfield play, is just, you know, make them earn everything. And I thought they did a good job of that.
Were you encouraged by the 2 turnovers?
Always, you know, you love to have turnovers, and obviously the turnover, the interception, probably saved the shutout. I mean, it's nice to get a shutout. And, happy for the defensive staff and for the players.
Obviously, Tennessee off this week. They're next up. What do you take out of this game that you can get? How did that set up for you? What do you feel like you get game going into?
I don't know. I mean, their Troy's defense is just different than Tennessee's defense. So I don't know how much we'll get out of that. And really, the offensive systems aren't identical either. So I don't know if it did anything other than if you play a game, you try to stay fresh. You try to just try to improve on a weekly and daily basis. And you know, I can't sit here and say that this prepared us to play Tennessee, other than sometimes it's good just to keep playing ball and having games and trying to improve.
Was Justin Scott available health-wise today, or is he still being
He's getting there. He's getting there. Anybody else? All right, thanks.